I just want to bring in Anand now. He's been waiting very patiently. Thank you, Anand Ahuja. Anand, where are you? आप कहाँ हैं इस समय? Where are you?
I'm right now in New York, and I'm really surprised. I was just hearing your panelists discussing, and I was wondering, is this discussion going to be about issues in America, or what BJP is doing in India, and how BJP is a nationalist party or non-nationalist party? I'm really confused. Are we discussing politics in United States and presidential election tonight, or we are discussing BJP's role in India?
I think there are people who see parallels between Mr. Trump and Mr. Modi, and that's why the discussion came up. But let me ask you your own views. Am I correct to characterize you as a Donald Trump supporter?
I am a Donald Trump supporter, and I formed a super PAC in 2016 in support of Mr. Trump, and I have formed a super PAC again this year in support of President Trump's re-election. So yes, I'm a hardcore Trump supporter, and one of the reasons I support Mr. Trump is about his policies, not about his personality. I will go for the policies of a candidate, not about the personality of a candidate. And even if I have to go for the personality of a candidate, then I believe that President Trump is more presidential than sleepy Joe Biden. He has been hiding in his basement, and if you compare the personalities from personalities point of view, also Trump has better personality than Joe Biden.
So can you put the personality aside for a moment and tell me what about his policy appeals to you? Because a lot of our panel believes that Trump is all about white nationalism. You're a brown man in New York. Just to share a personal story, I grew up as a brown kid in New York, in the same city. And I remember it was long back, it was the 70s, but my mother used to walk me to school in a sari, and she used to wear a bindi, and everybody used to make fun of us. So I have a very deep history or historical memory of being made fun of as a brown kid in New York. And I'm just wondering, when you see someone like Trump, who's so seen as a white man, as a brown man, how do you feel? Because you said it's about his policies and not about his personality.
Barkha, in 70s, when you were walking down the streets of New York, President Trump was not president. He was not even in the politics at that time.
I'm asking you, as you were the brown man looking at this party that seemed to be somewhat not inclusive or not diverse. That's my question.
Barkha, not only that I am a brown man, but I am an immigrant also.
Yes.
And not only just an immigrant, not only just a brown man, but I still have my Indian accent. So
yes.
There are a lot of brown immigrants who have been raised in this country, and they don't have their Indian accent. But the point I'm trying to say is, if you see Donald Trump's economic policies, if you see Donald Trump's the law and order policies, obviously, nobody wants to live in a country or in a city where there are riots. And a lot of people, Democrats, now they are leaning towards socialism. My only concern about socialism is, I used to be a professor of history in India, and I always tell them, I said, read the rise of Hitler in Germany. Hitler was product of Socialist Democratic Party of Germany. So socialism always.
Where did you read that?
Okay, we're going in a completely different.
Professor Varshney, was Hitler a member of Republican?
I don't want to discuss Hitler. I request you to let's not discuss Hitler this morning. I want to discuss Trump. Let's not discuss Hitler.
Can I respond to his positions on policy?
Anand, you made your point. Anand, you made your point. Now let's move on.
No. If you see number of Hispanic voters, especially we're talking of Florida, they have voted for Trump. So Trump is winning Florida because Hispanics and black voters, the percentage of black voters and percentage of Hispanic voters in favor of Trump has gone up from 2016.